Hello and welcome to a quick little video tutorial on our first of three masking methods. So this is going to be masking with a brush. It's the most simplest, but it actually is the hardest and the most tedious. So we're just going to watch this video and then we'll show you easier and easier ways and when you would use each of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look on graphic design, Photoshop 1, masking methods. I'm going to go here and masking with a brush. I'm putting a new video here, so that's why that's not available. I'm going to click on this and it's going to show the image we're going to use. So you must use the image that I'm doing because there's certain reasons why you would use that technique for this type of image. So I'm going to hit the three dots and I'm going to hit download. Okay, and it's downloaded over here. Then I'm going to go to my Photoshop and I'm going to go File, Open. And I'm going to go to my downloads, and then it's 30 Star Wars Game 3D character design. I'm going to open it up. If I wanted to see how big it is, I can go image and then image size. And it is 980 by 878 at 72 dots per inch. So these are pixels, so that's not very big. And there you go. You didn't need to do that, but it's a good little piece of understanding. So whenever I'm doing a mask, I always duplicate a layer in case you mess it up. Then I'm going to turn the visibility of the bottom layer off. The goal is to get rid of this background. Now I could use the eraser tool, which is right here, and that would erase it. It's not the preferred way because masks can be useful for many, many things, and you're going to learn more about that as you go. But you just trust me, use a mask. And for this assignment, if you don't use a mask, you don't get credit for it. Here you go. You got to click on the layers palette over here on the right, and this rectangle with a circle in the middle is a mask. And you'll notice that immediately the colors went to white and black. You're going to learn the saying that black conceals, white reveals. I need to grab the paintbrush tool. Control Z. And if I paint with a paintbrush and black on here, and I'm on the picture, it will put black on the picture. I'm going Control Z again. You must be on the mask because when we paint with black, it conceals. If I wanted to bring it back, I can paint with white and it reveals. And remember what you learned last time about brushes is that the square brackets can enlarge or make smaller your brush. So I'm going to go really big right now, and I'm actually going to go with a hard brush. So I'm just going to click like this. And again, it switched back to white. And I'm going to zoom out with a little Control minus, just like an Illustrator. And I'm not going to touch the edges. Now I'm going to hit the left square bracket, make it smaller, and I'm going to zoom in a bit now. Control plus. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to make my brush here. I'm going to go to a hardness of about 70%. And that's what we learned. And see how the edges are soft then? And I can still make my brush a little smaller. And now you just got to go right on the edge. And it gives you a nice clean look. And when you need to get smaller again, square brush to get in here. When I want to get bigger, right square bracket. And you get the idea. It's a bit of a tedious job, but this is the way to do it. Get to it. You'll watch my finished product. I'm going to zoom. I'm going to speed up. And you can see how the soft edge does a really nice job. Now, why do we use a brush for this one? Because you have to use a brush when the subject, color, and the busyness of the background are very similar to the actual image. So you can see he's all gray and silver, and so is the background. So we end up having to do that this way. And again, every time you're seeing my brush get a little bigger or a little smaller, because I'm hitting the square bracket. You can also do it from here and set it here. And when you're working on an edge, try and use a 70% hardness. It tends to do a really good job. Something I've just learned from experience. Don't worry, there are faster ways to do this when appropriate, but this is the basic understanding. And notice here that black is filling in on the mask. Now, just to show yourself that you did a good job, I would add a layer, grab a gradient, maybe choose a color that you want, or put one of your backgrounds, one of your 1 to 10 backgrounds that you might have, and just file place it. So I don't have one here. So you would go file place and just grab one of your backgrounds and you put it underneath it, and then you'll be finished. I'm just going to slap in a foreground to background gradient, and I'm going to do a diamond one. I'm going to start right in the middle. Okay, and there's my gradient. And if I wanted to put a filter behind it, I would do that by just going filter and then filter gallery, distort, and I'm going to put on a wave. So you can either make a new one. Okay, so there you have your first masking. Remember, the important thing is that when you have a mask, there should be black. So on your image, you should take a snipping tool and snip this image. And you have to have this image plus the mask. Show me that you've done it properly. Thanks for watching.